And so it attaches that methyl donor to dopamine and helps clear it out through three methoxytyramine. There's a fancy word for you guys. And what it does is it clears it out of there. So then that way your dopamine pool actually starts to shrink. And we might think, okay, well, if we have less dopamine, then we're not gonna we're not gonna feel as good. We're not gonna be as happy. We're gonna be more depressed and anxious and all that stuff. But that's not necessarily the case. The less dopamine that you have, whenever more dopamine gets added to the system, the increase is relative to what's already there. And so it's important to think of it as relative to what's already there, because if you don't have much there already, but you get a big relative spike to it, you can be very, very, very sensitive to that. And so we can actually get these big spikes in dopamine where we have more sensitivity to essentially the feel good neurotransmitter at that point. So those who have increased of activity of this COMT, or your catechol O methyltransferase enzyme, will have a smaller dopamine pool. So there's actually some personality traits that go with each one of these things. And I think it's important to touch on that, where you can actually kind of gauge your methylation status with this. So those who have uh, actually very good methylation, very good COMT activity, they're going to have higher dopamine sensitivity. Those are the ones that have a lower dopamine pool and higher sensitivity to it. Because it's kind of up and down, you can actually get more mentally distracted, which kind of makes sense with that neurotransmitter. But it helps you detoxify estrogens, things like that, a lot more efficiently.